Hey guys, back squat jumps, awesome movement to develop power. Power is fast speed, right? Like power measures the relationship between how fast you produce force and time. So often when we're training conditioning or strength, we don't train power all that much, right? Power requires you to produce a lot of power fast, and then it requires recovery, right? And so that's why when you're working on strength and so on, you're not gonna get that stimulus that much. Back squat jumps are awesome for that. There's three things here that are crucial. The first one, let's start with the bar. When you're jumping, you really want to have the bar secure, right? And that is very simply achieved by pushing your body against the bar and pulling the bar against yourself. You'll see that that bar will not move at all, right? Like that's the first thing. That actually is something that you want to be doing in all your squats because that engages the lats. If you think when you're doing a pull-up, it's a lat exercise. When you're pulling the bar behind you, it engages the lat, it keeps your spine safe. So it's actually a very good habit to get into. So that's the first thing. Second thing, the mechanics of the squat are totally the same. Nothing changes. You have to change absolutely nothing. At the end, you add a jump, right? But everything that you do for your regular squat, the breathing pattern, the rotation of the legs, the depth, everything should be the same. Why? Because those general mechanics are there for a good reason in the squat, but it's optimal mechanically, the most advantageous position and so on, but also because you want to transfer this, like you want this power to come in favor of your squat. It will transfer to everything else in your life, but if we're gonna specify that somewhere, we'll specify it in the squat. And the third and most important thing is at the top, when you're going up, one thing that I want you to really think is about extend the legs, right? So when you're flying, extend the legs. Feel that engagement of the quads. We often, when we're thinking about deadlifts, we think about the butt, and we think about the hamstrings, and when we're doing pull-ups, we think about the lats, and we always think about like the muscles that we're using them with the squat, which is a quad dominant movement most of the time. We often don't even think about the quads, and that's a mistake, right? So here, we really want to work on that engagement, right? Those are the three things that are the most important. Now, in general considerations, you don't need a lot of weight here. Load is completely secondary. The way I want you to think about load here is like, imagine you were gonna throw a ball. If that ball is plastic and too light, it's not gonna go very far, right? If you throw a ping pong, it's just gonna land right there. If you throw a 70-pound med ball, it's also not gonna go very far. Probably as far as the ping pong, right? But if you throw a baseball, it's gonna go the farthest, and that means more power, right? And so more speed, more distance, and so on. And so that is what we want here, right? Like, so we want a load that like actually allows you to jump, that makes you feel very safe too, and that that allows you to produce power. Play with it. I like 40 to 50% of my back squat. 50 being like aggressive. Like really aggressive. Sometimes when I'm at 50, I cannot produce that much power. 40%, 30% sounds a lot better. Good. And the last thing is you don't want a lot of reps here. This is not a for volume thing. Again, with power, you want short reps. It's a little bit strange if you haven't done power workouts before, just because you're not gonna be breathing hard, you're not gonna be exerting a lot. And so it doesn't feel like you're getting a lot of work done. It's a short amount of time, and yet it's a lot of work. The engagement of your brain and the muscle has to be very specific, very timely, right? And so it is very valuable work. But keep the volume and the load contained and maximize the jump, right? Like, so focus on the right stuff to get the benefits. That is it. Let me know if you have any questions on the comments below, and share and subscribe, and tell your friends, and show your mom. Wow.